You're all very welcome on a Wednesday evening for me. Grey, windy, dark Wednesday evening for me, but equally it could be morning or afternoon for you. But you're all very welcome to our pause in the middle of the week. And the midweek exhale, for anybody who hasn't here before, is very much that. It's a pause in the middle of the week. It's a chance to just rest, to breathe, and to reset for the rest of the week. It follows the same structure every time. So we will begin with, well, it doesn't follow exactly the same structure, but tonight we're going to begin with breath awareness, which will be followed by silence and then birdsong. Our second breath today is Nadi Shadana, which Sharon will explain when we get to that point. Our third breath then, that will also be followed by silence and then birdsong. Our third breath, I will lead. And for anybody who was here last week, we're going to further explore one of the breaths we did last week. We're going to breathe in through our mouth and out through our nose, but more about that when we get to it. More silence, more birdsong, and we will finish with coherence breathing. And the silence and the birdsong are as much part of the experience as the breathing is, because silence and birdsong are medicine. They bring us into our parasympathetic nervous systems. They reduce our stress hormones. They do all those good things. The silence also allows our brain to grow new neural pathways, and the birdsong improves our mood. So it's all medicine. The one rule we have is that you're comfortable. So whatever it takes for you to be comfortable. And if some of the breaths that we do this evening absolutely don't suit you, please feel free to bring your breathing back to its natural pattern and just stay connected to your breath. I would ask one favor, that you give it a go before you come back to your natural breath pattern, and maybe give it a few breaths, because some of them, it takes a little while to get into. But absolutely, feel free to come back to your own natural breath pattern and just focus on the inhale and the exhale. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So get yourself comfortable. You can do this seated, you can do this lying down, but just make sure if you're seated that you're supported, because to be comfortable, we don't want your neck to be sore or anything. So just make sure that you're supported, and make sure if you're lying down, your pillow's not too high so that the breath can flow in and out easily. Okay. And just as we begin, bring your attention into your body and notice how you've showed up here this evening. And when you notice, don't judge it, don't analyze it, don't call it good or bad. It just is. Notice any sensations in your body. And bring your attention into your mind and notice what your mind's doing. And maybe it's really busy and there's lots of thoughts, and maybe it's not. And again, no judgment. Whatever way it is, it's perfect. Just try maybe not to get carried away in the thoughts. And now bring your attention to how you feel as we begin. Maybe there's lots of emotions. Maybe the emotions are hard to find. And again, no judgment, no good or bad, and no analyzing. And if the emotion's just a sense of okayness, that's fine. All emotions are welcome here. And now maybe allow those things to soften slightly and maybe move out of the forefront of your mind and bring your attention to your breath. And if in the course of this session you find your mind going to the thoughts or the feelings, just gently bring it back. Notice what your breath's like. Maybe where you feel it, maybe how you feel it. And allow your focus just to rest on your inhale and your exhale. Whatever that means for you. And maybe your breath has changed just because you've brought focus to it. And maybe it hasn't, and either is just fine. Just resting your focus gently on the inhale and the exhale. Nothing else to do. And if your focus has slipped, or if maybe you're finding it hard to focus on your breath this evening, there's only 90 seconds of this music left. So gently bringing your focus onto your breath. Noticing the inhale and noticing the exhale. And as the music begins to fade, getting ready to rest in the silence for the first time in this session.
And as the birdsong brings the silence to a gentle close, just taking a moment to reflect on how that silence felt. Perhaps it was the first time today that you have experienced silence. Perhaps not, perhaps you're often in silence. Just reflect on how it felt. And for our next breath, we're going to practice Nadi Shadana, or alternate nostril breathing. And we're going to start by bringing our first two fingers, the index finger and the middle finger, into the palm of our hand. And having our thumb and our other two fingers available to just gently bring our nostrils to a close. And we're going to start with the thumb on the nostril of the hand that you're using. So I'm using my right hand. So just placing your thumb on your right nostril and inhaling through the left. And at the top of the breath, just closing off the left nostril, opening the right nostril. Breathing out through the right nostril, breathing in again through the right nostril, and swapping over. So dropping your thumb onto your right nostril and breathing out and in through the left nostril. You always do the changeover at the top of the breath. So if you lose your way, don't worry. On your next inhale, change over your nostril. But just spend a little bit of time practicing. I'm going to talk you through it, and then I'm going to leave you to your own rhythm. So, placing your thumb on one nostril, breathing in, swapping at the top, finger on the other nostril, thumb released, exhale, and inhale. At the top, swapping over, thumb now on the nostril, finger released, exhale, and inhale. Swapping over, finger for thumb, and exhale. Now you carry on in your own time and in your own rhythm. Remember our invitation to comfort. If your hand is becoming a little crampy, and just give it a little wriggle, maybe swap to the other hand, which I find I can't do very easily, but maybe you can. And start again. Always swapping at the top. And we only have 30 seconds left until we invite the silence once again. And just resting gently into the silence.
And as the birdsong begins again, just taking a moment to reflect on that silence. And noticing, did it feel different to the first silence? Did it feel the exact same? Or did it feel the same and different? And for our next breath style, I'm going to invite you to probably change the way you're breathing. So I'm going to invite you to breathe in through your mouth. Close your mouth at the top and breathe out through your nose. And as we do this, just do it gently and do it slowly. And maybe focus on what it feels like in your body. And the other thing, as you do this, I want you to focus on your exhale through your nose. Focus on making that exhale really slow and really long. Let's practice a couple. So you're going to open your mouth. You're going to breathe in through your mouth. Close your mouth at the top. And out slowly through your nose. In through your mouth. Close your mouth at the top. And out slowly through your nose. And keeping the inhale soft as well. There's no need to pull in big inhales. Gently inhaling through your mouth. Closing your mouth at the top. And a long, slow exhale out through your nose. And I find when I do this, I naturally revert to breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. So just watching that you're bringing the inhale in through your mouth and that the exhale is through your nose. As you're breathing in through your mouth, you might find your throat getting dry. And just close your mouth and swallow and then begin again. Or if you have water, take a drink. Keeping your breath slow and gentle. Just checking in with yourself, making sure that you're comfortable, but also, are you still breathing in through your mouth? And if you're not, just gently begin bringing the breath in through your mouth again. Remembering to keep that exhale really slow. Gently inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling through your mouth. And exhaling slowly through your nose. And just gently allowing your breath to come back to its natural rhythm and noticing before we go into the silence how that felt. How that felt in your body and how that felt in your mind. As we prepare to rest in the silence again.
And here we have the beautiful birds once again breaking the silence. And your invitation to reflect on how that felt. And for our final breath of the evening, of the day, we're going to invite you to coherence breathing or harmonic breathing. And all that you need to do with this breath is just match the length of the inhale to the length of the exhale. Preferably through the nose, and maybe Nadi Shadana has cleared your nose a little. But if you can't manage it through your nose, then just gently through your mouth is fine. And you can count if you wish, maybe to the count of 3 or 4 or 5, perhaps beyond. You can just feel into your body and just work with your body to balance and feel the flow of the exhale, into the inhale. Or perhaps you might take your thumb, just bring your fingers towards your thumb, just counting up to 4, and maybe one hand is the inhale and the other hand is the exhale. So I'm going to count for 4 just to give you a feel of that. I'm going to use my hands. And then I'm going to leave you just to manage on your own and find your own way. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. If you are using your hands, just get a sense of that breath and body connection. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. You find your own rhythm now. Noting whether that felt like too much or too little, too fast, too slow. And if you've wondered a little, it's not a problem, it's fine. Just gently coming back to your breath. beginning again, either with a count or just with your sensing. And this track is called Whispers of the Horizon, and perhaps you can feel that calming in your breath. We have 90 more seconds, and it takes only 1 minute of this breath to bring calm to your nervous system. Maybe try again if you've let it go. Inhale. And a balanced exhale. And on your next exhale, just letting the breath pattern drop away, returning to your natural rhythm and enjoying the final silence of this session.
And as the birdsong begins again, just taking a moment to reflect on that silence too. And how that felt compared to the other silences. And now beginning to become aware of the surface under you, whether you're sitting or lying. Feeling the support. Maybe beginning to introduce some gentle movement. Maybe your fingers or your toes, your shoulders or your head. Maybe your body needs a stretch. Maybe you need a yawn. Feeling into what you need right now. Maybe you need to do some tapping on your body just to bring it back. Or some shaking, some rocking. Feeling into what you need. And giving your body that right now. And if your eyes are still closed, beginning to sense the room around you. Maybe gently beginning to blink them open. And thinking about coming back to join us in the Zoom room. So if you're lying, rolling over onto your side slowly. Bringing yourself up to sitting. And bringing yourself back.
And whilst you're doing that, and before we close down the recording so that we can share some time together, just want to draw your attention to some links that I've put here in the chat box if you're live, and will be down below if you are watching the recording. We'd love to invite you to our free community, and at this point we'd also like to offer you an apology if you clicked on this link in previous weeks and it looked as if you had to pay. That was our technical incompetence and not our intent. You do not have to pay to join the community. If you want to join us in our other events, then there is a fee for that, and we had it pointing at the wrong place. So the free community is now there in the chat for you to click and join. Our next event, our next paid event is Bramble, the Deeper Exhale, on Saturday, October the 11th at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. And our next retreat is Samhain, the Sacred Letting Go. And that's a 3-day retreat on Thursday, the 30th of October to Sunday, the 2nd of November in Mallinhead, County Donegal. And if you have never been, it is just the most beautiful and magical place. So I hope you can consider coming. And then finally, of course, if you want to get in touch with us, or if you'd like to leave us a lovely review, we like them, then we have a directory link. So there's a place where you can contact us, and we would love to hear from you. Phew, that was a lot from me. So I'm going to leave it there and close the recording.